boy, we've got a good one for you right here on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. Taking a look at Boston. Here we go. So the Clippers win the tip. Outside Harden. Pass to Castle. Takes it inside. Boston pulls it in. Left side White. Here's Miller. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, PA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Now here's Miller. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Here's Jokic. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
I don't know if this is one of Jokic's preferred spots, but his smooth stroke allows him to cash in from anywhere.
Harden surveying the D. Here's Gordon. Lets the three fly. And the Clippers miss again.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Pass to Miller. Back to Connect. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Known as a jump shooter, Connect is improving around the basket.
Looking at the young forward, Brandon Miller. Just how high is this kid's ceiling, Clark?
BA, I think he's got all-star potential. I mean, he's a multifaceted scorer, a really solid rebounder at the wing position, and a good passer. Just a good all-around player who I think is only going to get better and better as time goes on.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of this game. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, VA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Now here's Gordon. Right now averaging 6 a game. Here's Castle. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years. This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
And Connect comes to help. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Jump ball. So it's Los Angeles now. Out top Castle. Got a piece of it.
An infinite reach, it seems. The wingspan of Garnett is just amazing.
And it's Stephon Castle with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
No problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now here's Miller. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to White. This one for 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Harper. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. And White has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Jokic's shot is good.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Lopez.
The Rook. Dylan Harper showing some power.
Miller outside. Pass to Garnett. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Garnett doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. Back to White. It's stolen by Dunn. And he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans, going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Greg.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
These are his first free throws of the game.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
And so it's Boston ending the quarter up 10. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Harden comes to help. Hauser outside. Pritchard from outside. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Clippers trail by 10. Well, Clark, for over a decade now, the Clippers have essentially been a staple in the postseason.
Yeah, B.A., they sure have been. They've only missed the playoffs twice since 2012. Staying competitive during that stretch, despite a great deal of roster turnover and some major injuries to deal with as well.
Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Shireman. The three. Bassey pulls it in. Now Los Angeles with it. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for them yet.
Here's Harden. Still without a bucket. And that one's good.
Incredible control on that floater. Harden is fantastic at putting just the right amount of touch on these very difficult and delicate shots.
Outside Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Hartenstein. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. James Harden is very comfortable at the controls of the Clippers offense, and Coach Ty Lue said he sees the game how I see it, from a point guard's point of view, a coach's point of view, how teams are playing us defensively, how we can capitalize and take advantage of it. Back to you.
A tremendous IQ. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Back to Pritchard. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Hartenstein, no good.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Buries it from 3.
Garnett really comfortable shooting as soon as he catches it. He's got a lot of confidence in his jump shot.
Pass to Lopez. Fires from deep. No good on the shot. Boston leading by 13. 1:33 left in the first half. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
And that's where Lopez specializes. A great rim protector is he.
Here's Harper. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Down low. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Brandon Miller.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Miller, he's open. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Miller's got 6.
Miller is such a smooth jump shooter and is very comfortable shooting on the move.
It's Lopez, high post. Pass to Harper. Launches it. The rebound, Celtics.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. As a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Jokic. The big man, Jokic.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And the first half now in the books. Boston out in front, leading by 14. And we'll return shortly.
14.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Doubled by Dunn.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's White. Pass to Miller. Oh, stolen by Harden.
Rare turnover for them tonight. They've protected the ball, and they're trying to protect this lead. Well, Castle got out in transition and ends up getting trusted with finishing the fast break, which he does.
Good. Garnett got 7.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Talk about guys who have springs for feet. Aaron Gordon's one of them.
Yeah, when people think of Aaron Gordon, I think they attach him to the dunk contest. I mean, he's so uber athletic. I mean, he put on a few amazing performances in that event in the past. But to the surprise of many, he actually didn't win the dunk contest, but he's become a really good all-around player.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
Back to Gordon. Snatched away. It's stolen by Dunn. Now here's Harden. A valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to players on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
Celtics lead by 13. Pritchard with it. He's scoreless. Nice ball movement by Boston. On the wing, Kuzma to the middle. Here's Hartenstein. And he comes up with a bucket.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 to the field.
Well, you got to remember now, Harden, as good a scorer as he is not just a scorer. He's a shrewd dime dropper, too.
Pass to Shireman. Now Hartenstein. 6 on the shot clock. Bassey pulls it in.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Pritchard with a steal. Bassey pulls it in. Clippers trail by 13. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Back over to you, Brian.
Stay dialed in. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Inside, here's Hartenstein. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Hartenstein's got 6.
Knew exactly where his teammate would be. That's a product of good chemistry.
Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
Pritchard with it. Harden picks him up. Clock at 6. Back to Pritchard. To the inside. Hartenstein. No good there.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Hauser outside.
Ball coming, ball coming.
Outside Pritchard. Here's Kuzma. Boston, no good that time either. Oh, it's stolen. And so it's Boston closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Clippers trail by 11. Left side, Harden. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Harden. Here's Lopez. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
White with it. Started by the 2. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
From deep, Harper hits a three-pointer.
You can't sag off Harper as a defender. He'll pull up from deep right in your face.
Right side, White. To the middle. Here's Miller. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Boston.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And another thing that's impressed me has been their consistency with their two-point jump shots, getting it done from the mid-range. Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Here's Garnett. Back to connect. 5 on the clock. Pass to Garnett. And here's Jokic outside. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Clippers trail by 8. And so they foul intentionally. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
As always, Allie, we thank you. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Now Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gordon. From 18 feet. Ooh, it misses. Boston leading by 8. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Los Angeles.
Here's Miller.
Number 20, Carl Bassey.
Now Jokic. Just 4 to shoot. Castle pulls it down. Clippers trail by 8. Outside Gordon. The free ball is down.
Great intensity from Harper. Ready to get into overdrive when that's what they need.
Ooh, here's White on the drive. Yes, sir! Count it!
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger up. Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
Outside Miller. Now Jokic. Oh, impressive footwork down low.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Well, when Harden isn't scoring, he's setting up his teammates.
And here's Miller. Passing with a double team. Stolen by Castle. Here's Gordon. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
The more his team needs from him, the more Gordon steps up and delivers. He's always ready to go big.
Now Miller. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
How about Miller rising to the occasion? Talk about coming up clutch, big time.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot. When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. 4-point game. No good from 3. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now Jokic. Ooh, it doesn't go. Gordon. And he drives in. Oh, the stop.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Brandon Miller. The 3 is off. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What do you think Coach would be drawing up here?
I think you attack the rim here. Get the ball close to the goal, and that way, even if you miss, you might have a chance for the putback.
Castle fires. So it's Boston who scrapes by with the win. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.